Hello, and welcome back to more Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the PC. Today's mission, or at least missions, involve quite
destroy key elements
a good
and
mix
help break
of
the Empire's hold
gameplay.
on the local planet.
Oh, wow.
With me,
I'm excited.
With me as always is Chaos Argate.
The Y-Wing is the workhorse of the Rebel fleet. Not quick
Today
or
we've
flashy,
got
but it gets
the
the
very
job
slow
done. The
Y-Wing.
armor on this ship is extensive.
If
The
you
shields will
remember
protect you from just
one of
about
the earlier
anything,
missions
which is
where we were
good,
protecting
because
these
you won't be
things,
going anywhere fast.
they're very, very
The
sturdy.
Y-Wing is used mainly
However,
as a
their
bomber.
offensive
It can carry a heavy
capabilities are
payload of missiles,
incredibly
torpedoes, and
lackluster.
bombs. The other important weapon is the top.
It seems more like a defensive craft, honestly.
Yeah, it's basically the bomber for the rebels.
Our cannons have a computer-assisted auto-fire feature.
It's
so
probably
don't
one of the
forget that
more
when you're in the heat of
interesting
battle.
aircraft in this game, in the sense of like what it can accomplish, as opposed to other vehicles. So the Y-Wing, not only does it have some forward guns, it has an ion cannon, which is in the game used to disable aircraft, although it very rarely ever comes into play. And secondly, it has bombs, which is probably its most important feature.
Uh-huh.
Also, I should probably point out, it took me like 5 tries to get this to beat this mission with the gold medal. It's annoying because...
What's up with this mission? Why did it take you so long?
So the mission is long in and of itself, and you're in one of the slower aircraft.
Right.
So you know, like with previous missions, you need to get, you know, your time, a good time for gold. You need to get a good number of kills for gold, etc., etc.
That sounds like a pain in the ass with a slow defensive aircraft.
Yeah, and the Y-Wing's guns are, like, literally the weakest in the game. They fire super slow as well, and even though it's a bomber and basically a defensive vehicle, you don't have a turret or anything to shoot down enemies behind you. So sometimes you'll end up having some AI that just like hangs onto you and murders you really quickly.
Fun.
Also, this camera, this is the same as the N64, and the camera, I find, is always bad.
Yeah, that is not good.
Yeah, for bombing especially, it gets really hard. It's worse on... Alright, so I can't remember what we were talking about because someone was rudely interrupting me. I think it was that the camera... So, the camera, you have to cycle between them, or at least on the PC I had to, and that's really annoying because, but as we saw at the start of the video, or at least the start of this mission, sometimes you get the follow camera, and like, it doesn't have collision with the worlds.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't. So like, you end up just, you don't see your vehicle basically. Also, you can kill yourself with bombs.
Good job.
It's important to realize you can kill yourself with bombs. Also, pro tip, since it takes forever for you to die, or at least sometimes, like, right now I've got a fighter on my ass, and like, it didn't take too long for him to kill R2-D2. So basically what you should do, if you want to like speedrun this level, is bombs are like the most efficient way for you to get a lot of kills. So
right.
just kill yourself because you only get 20 bombs. So if you're ever getting like super low, just kill yourself with a bomb and voila.
Taking damage to save time, I guess?
Pretty much. So that was me getting frustrated. I was like, I can't beat the time limit. And there's this interesting bug where sometimes the game will drop you to like the high scores.
What?
Like it just did. Yeah, like if I don't know what the condition is, but sometimes when you die, you get thrown to the high scores. And if you get thrown to the high scores, when you say like okay or accept or whatever, it takes you to Star Wars Rogue Squadron on PC's title screen, which you can't record, which is why there's a just
Maintain
plain
visual
black
scanning.
right there.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's more annoying than anything else, and thankfully if you don't turn the recording off, like I did, then it doesn't really harm anything. It's just a little bit more tedious, but you know, it's not really. It's only a problem if you're
Whoa, but they can take a
less
beating.
playing this game or trying to record yourself.
Oh, those things that you're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like a speedrunner, then
Scratch me.
I mean, I don't know why you're watching my videos. I really doubt I've come up with some sort of like faster strategy. So once again, we're going like there's a pretty well-established route for me, where I go the left fork, take a right fork, destroy this, and then go back to the satellite area. I do it because honestly, it's probably the best way to get kills.
Right.
Anything else, and you're just because the Y-wing is so slow, and it's. I mean, you can see it on the map, on the mini-map on the right. It's all ravines. It's all like canyonways. So it's once you start going somewhere, you're basically locked into that direction. I mean, you could probably do a turn or whatever, but it's again, it's just
Yeah, that's kind of a pain in the ass.
But I mean, overall, this is probably I want to say the second most annoying mission, and it's not terrible. It's just if you did not, or if you don't like slower vehicles, you wouldn't like this mission. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not super fond of this one.
Also, this is me just like going through the different views because I wanted to see like what the differences were for when you're
There's
bombing.
one of the garrisons.
Some of them not quite ideal because sometimes you don't even like really see the marker. Also, those stormtroopers got some good hits on me right there.
I thought stormtroopers were supposed to be bad at aiming.
They are. I probably just moved into their shots or something.
Oh, you're helping them.
Exactly.
Collusion. I call collusion.
So for whatever reason, once you destroy the radar array and the barracks, this Lambda shuttle shows up. And you can follow it around if you want, but there's literally no point. I'm not sure if this is cut content, if you were supposed to be able to do something. I don't know. Also, that's a kill, and I get to reset my bomb counter. So, it's all totally on purpose.
If you say so.
Another good thing about this mission that, or at least I should at least point out, there's no upgrade to be found, and that's really good because that would probably slow you down like a ton.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
But just to go back to the Lambda shuttle, so the Y-wing does have a method to disable aircraft. Not only have we seen that in the past when Riken disabled Casey Moore's TIE Interceptor, but there's no real point to disabling the Lambda shuttle. In fact, I'm not even sure if you can. I've certainly never gotten it to happen, and I don't think it would crash or anything. So, also, I murdered somebody on the speeder.
That poor soul. They never saw it coming.
His death was glorious. Almost as awesome as those speeder bike deaths.
But they can take a beating.
Okay, I am really sick of this camera angle.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just one of those things that like it's like the only good view too if you want to bomb. Some of the others just like your own vehicle just blocks your view,
I don't know
so
where they came from. I don't have
I just
nav
go.
control anymore. Can't.
And this thing's so big that you probably couldn't even use the vehicle as like the crosshairs.
Computer offline.
Yeah.
No, we just saw Probe 7. I can't. Get out of their way. Copy, what happened?
Wedge made it, but he's gonna be captured for sure. I'm under a lot of fire.
Increase speed, full throttle. Hold on, Wedge. Okay, Rogues, we're not done here. Let's clean up the remaining Imperials and go home.
And when they say the remaining Imperials, it's literally just take out all the
But
buildings.
not bad.
Okay.
Like, there are a bunch of major buildings in this one area, and you have to just destroy them. So I think the only thing I'm missing after I ran over that stormtrooper was this one defensive gun.
I was about to ask if you just like rammed that stormtrooper, but
Yeah, you can just bump into him. Whatever.
Array and spaceport
And it's a kill,
facilities
so,
on
like,
Kyle 2 are now inoperable.
Why not?
Imperial activities are sure to slow down.
I'm happy that they didn't make it so that like colliding with a stormtrooper just killed your vehicle.
I mean, it does damage to you, so
Wait, it does?
theoretically. Yeah.
Why?
Also, accuracy 60%. Honestly, like, for a Y-wing, that's a lot of BS. I really hate that.
You must find Wedge before the Imperials deliver him to the prison facilities and certain death.
So as the mission alludes to, you have to go save Wedge. There's a very important reason why X-Wing, the X-Wing is the
It's a mining
only
colony, but
vehicle
the
you can
Imperials
choose,
often keep political
Uh-huh.
prisoners here too.
and it's
There
also
should be an
a
armored
special
holoplane nearby,
modified version.
transporting captured rebels to Central Station before moving on to
Are
the
we equipped for
prison.
stealth?
I'm sure Wedge is with them.
No, we actually have the Y-Wing's capability in that we have an ion
a lot of
cannon.
human life.
Oh.
It could be the prisoners.
That's
Yeah, the
not
reason
them.
is
Follow the
that
hover train.
as
What's it
we
going
pick
to
up
be,
from
Commander?
the briefing, there's a lot of prisoners in this area. It's not just Wedge, which, of course, I don't know why I did that. Obviously, I had to replay the mission. I think as I crashed or something.
Yeah.
But you don't want to kill prisoners, because why kill them if you can just turn them over to become a rebel troop? So instead of having torpedoes, because we obviously don't have a torpedo cannon right
I don't
now,
understand it.
we
I'm
now
not
have
reading
the ion
anything.
cannon.
That's not them. Follow the hover train.
So basically, we're trying to minimize casualties.
Exactly. Which is kind of funny because I think that was a convoy of prisoners that I just destroyed on the ground. So
Much for that.
Oops. Look, the Empire doesn't keep track of their prisoners. I'm sure nobody will ask questions. By the way, R2, I might have to wipe your memory banks again.
Oh no.
Look, he's gotten used to it after episode 3, and I'm sure, like, between episodes 6 and 7...
But how can he be used to it if you keep wiping his memory banks?
You build up a tolerance in the code?
But how can you do that if, like, he's basically starting from fresh, or every time?
Okay, Chaos. I'm gonna have to wipe your memory now. Asking too many dang old questions.
But will I even be the same person after a memory wipe?
Probably. So...
Basically, play Nier Automata.
So there's two ways to approach this mission. If you want to do it really quick and not get a gold, go straight for the hover train. If you want a better score, or at least for me, I find it's a better way. I try to clear the map first and then go for the hover train. Two reasons for this. One, it just feels better in terms of how everybody's positioned. It doesn't feel like you need to hunt for enemies. And secondly, because
Look, we're not gonna
the
make it. The
train
hover
is
train will
like
escape.
the train takes a while to get to its end point anyways, so
So basically, you have a little time to fuck around.
yeah. I mean, you could go after the hover train first, because if you use your ion cannon against it, it does slow down,
There it is.
and I think it
Use your
stops
ion
depending
cannon.
on which
We wanna disable the
trains
train,
you
not
disable.
destroy it.
But like, you're just gonna have to come back to it anyways.
Wedge
So.
is definitely
Right.
on that train.
Thanks.
Also,
The train is slowing down.
if you're playing
Looks
this
like this is
game,
working.
make sure to disable all the cars with the guns on them,
That was close.
because
Rogue Squadron, this is
makes it so
General
they
Wright.
can't shoot back.
Excellent work.
That just sounds like general advice for this kind of thing.
And before the mission ended, you could see like this big white structure on the bottom right. That was the destination for the train, so we still had a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'd say so. If you like, the goal time was like 4:30, and you did in like 2:23 or whatever.
Now that Wedge is safe,
Yeah.
General
The
Levine,
also
other rebels from the notorious
there's like
prison
only maybe I want to say 28 enemies to shoot in the levels, so 26 on 26. Very, very strict on that.
Thanks again, Rogues. I thought I was done for.
And now that we've saved
Listen,
Wedge,
while I was on that train,
Wedge
I found out there are other
apparently was
rebels at the
told
main
like
prison
where his
facility. Chris made
where
me
he
and
was
his
going to
commando
be
follow us
stationed
and
at
get
for
them
his
out.
prison.
Any idea what we're up
So
against?
of course
Unknown.
we're gonna go to those prisons and try to free a bunch of rebels.
Switching power to front
Oh
to
boy.
This is also another long mission, mainly because, well, since we're trying to rescue rebels that are in prison, that obviously means that, we can't fit them in the X-Wing, so that shuttle that we saw, we have to kind of maybe protect.
That seems like a smart idea.
It's pretty resilient, so you don't have to, like, babysit it all the time, but, it's in your best interest to go wherever it goes.
Yeah, usual escort stuff.
And, like, I think the one problem, kind of, that Rogue Squadron has, is that certain missions, if you want to get gold, you really have to, like, memorize patterns and where everything is. And thankfully, the levels aren't, like, all boring or anything, so it doesn't matter, like, replaying it, because they're relatively fast anyways. The longest one might take you 10 minutes if you're just slow at doing all the objectives. So it's not so bad.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse. It sounds like.
Yeah. There's one mission that I at least on replaying this game, I didn't like quite as much, so we'll get to that, and I'll try to remember to point it out.
Alright.
So as always, we're pretty much just clearing out the areas, making sure that we destroy all the defenses. One thing I should point out, you don't want to kill those barracks-looking buildings just yet.
Take these ties!
And that is because...
Well, sorry, I was taken aback by General Riken complaining that TIE fighters everywhere,
I'm clear.
destroying them all. But you don't want to destroy the barracks because after a couple, I'd say like 30 seconds after they land, this happens. They all spawn stormtroopers.
Oh my.
And of course, if you destroy the barracks, the stormtroopers don't spawn. If the stormtroopers don't spawn, that's like, I'd say about 20 to 30 kills you don't get.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And trust me, you can come up to margins that are just that close. So
I believe it.
His commandos are heading to the next
make
prison.
sure to ram stormtroopers with your X-Men whenever possible.
Just within reason so you don't blow yourself up.
I just wish they had like multiple screens like GoldenEye on the N64. just make it a little bit more fun.
That sounds a little sadistic. Is there something you need to tell me?
Look, I'm not saying I took great joy by shooting dudes in the head and then immediately running them over with the tank in level 2 runway of GoldenEye. But I really enjoyed doing that. Because they played two death sounds.
So tell me more.
And they'd often be different ones, so it just made the experience all the much better.
Tell me more about these screams of terror.
Well, now I'm nervous. I'm a little shy now to admit my deepest, darkest secrets.
It's okay, we're all friends here. No one's judging.
Why do I feel like I'm suddenly sitting on a psychiatrist's chair? and you're bald and with a tattoo on the back of your head. Oh god!
Would you like some oatmeal to go with your nervousness?
I don't remember Hitman, it's just an oatmeal.
Oh, wrong tattoo guy. Bald guy. Ivan the psychiatrist. That I want to see. Me too, actually.
Rescue complete.
So the TIE fighters, at least in this level, are fairly easy. And well, TIE interceptors as well. But they mostly just try to attack the transport ship, and so they're in like a continuous pattern. You don't really have to worry about anybody going after you.
Okay.
By the same token, though, your allies, as always, like your allied X-wings, probably just as useless as they are. You can see them buzzing around like we just did, but they don't really shoot anybody.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if they shot down a couple TIE fighters, because like the game spawns like a ridiculous number of them. I certainly wouldn't want them to go after any buildings, because like Stormtrooper kills. Also, for whatever reason, they have probe droids in this one.
That seems a little, pointless.
Yeah, I don't get why they have probe droids on their own planet with, prison installations, but hey, whatever.
You do you, Prison Wardens, I guess.
Goddamn Imperials. This is why you lost the war.
Spending all those resources on probes you don't need.
All those, I'm just saying, like, that's a lot of maintenance after a while. I played Star Wars Rebellion. All they're good for is checking unknown planets. They're trying to find the rebel base.
Rescue complete.
Yeah, this mission's...
It feels pretty long. Like, I know the guy just said rescue complete, but, like, there's still more mission.
Oh, I hope I remember... No, yeah, there's still, like, one more area. Or at least there should, because I didn't get the upgrade. The upgrade's also in a really dickish spot. It's... You might remember, like, I think it was last video, I said that there's really annoying areas for the upgrades to spawn in, so...
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
Yeah, it continues to trend. Also, that ATST just like spawned up there.
The one that just kind of shot down and just kind of like zoomed past?
No, the one, the vehicle we're just shooting at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
God, get the lore rights and stuff.
I'm bad at names.
Also, this is the sort of thing that will tank your accuracy score.
I'm clear.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Sometimes TIE fighters don't want to cooperate.
Regrettable. Does ramming the stormtroopers affect your accuracy at all?
No.
I didn't
actually,
think so.
Actually, you know what? I don't know how it affects your, like, if it would affect it, because it's not a shot, but you are getting a kill.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I've never seen any like documentation that would ever like talk about anything. So, I don't know what that would affect it.
I mean, I guess theoretically, like, if there were a mission where it was only, like, stormtroopers and you just kind of rammed all of them, like, you would have 100% accuracy because you didn't miss any of the 0 shots you did not fire.
Well, unless it just gave you a straight 0 for never shooting.
Yeah, that's a possibility, too.
Foiled again.
It's like a glass half empty, half full kind of thing, like... Either you didn't miss any of the shots you didn't fire, or you didn't fire at all, so you didn't, shoot. You don't get an accuracy score.
me, Dean? We'll buy your boys around when we get back to the fleet.
You're on, Commander Skywalker. Good luck.